In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful, my dear friends and fellows, look, life, of course, is somewhat challenging, and to be able to face and to be able to manage all those challenges, we need to be quite alert. We need to work hard. We need to work smart. We need to do something. We need to learn something. And obviously, it is said that the life will teach you a lesson, but after it has taken the examination. So that is something which is bitter, which is a kind of bitter reality about the life. But dear friends, every lesson is not something which should be learnt in a hard manner. There are certain lessons for which we don't have to do, for which we don't have to work very hard, for which we don't have to sacrifice much, for which we don't have to undergo any sort of pain or trouble. We can learn it without a hard way, but these are quite useful and beneficial. These are quite healthy, and these are quite life changing lessons. So for that reason, we have chosen a very beautiful article on the subject, which has been authored by Kiran Athar. Kiran Athar is a researcher, and she is a well-known, author and researcher. She has come up with a very beautiful article at the moment, and the caption of the article is 12 life lessons you don't have to learn the hard way. 12 life lessons you don't have to learn hard way. So that is really important. This is really important. These are the life lessons. These are 12 life lessons, and we don't have to learn it very hard way. We can learn it very easily, but these are greatly beneficial. So let's talk about each one of those 12. The first life lesson is, according to Kiran Athar, it is the importance of self care. That is, she has put it at number one. We do have to take care of several people. We do have to take care of several things, and that is good, that is useful, that is important. But above all, it is more important to take care of ourselves. Taking care of ourselves, it is very important, it is very essential, it is very unavoidable. And if at all we don't do that, who else will do it? We are with ourselves 24/7, and no one else is with us 24/7. So we need to take care of ourselves, and that is the number one responsibility. And you know the importance of self care we do have to learn. And the second thing is, forgiveness is the key. Forgiveness is the key. We do have to forgive the people, and if at all we don't forgive the people for whatever bad and the wrong they've done, what is going to happen? We are going to put ourselves under great stress and under great burden. We don't have to put ourselves under that much of the burden at all. We need to free ourselves, and if at all we want to remove the burden from our mind, from our heart, from our nerves, if at all we want to relax ourselves, what is essential is that we need to learn to forgive everyone else. The forgiveness is the key. Number 3, she says, you cannot control everything. Yes, of course, we have to accept this bitter reality that we cannot control everything else, and we don't need to control everything else at all. We don't need to control everything else at all. And I think that we should stop making any effort or plan to control anyone else. We cannot control everything else at all, and don't ever try to be that, but rather try to motivate the people, try to persuade the people. That is really useful, and that is actually what is meant by being a leader. We cannot control everything else at all. Okay, the next is, value your friendships. Our friends are valuable, and we do have to understand it. If at all, friendship at certain places, they demand a bit of sacrifice, and we should be ready for that. And we should be paying quite a good importance to the friend. Although every friend is not equal, and whatever we can do for the friends is not, we can't do it on an equal basis. But still, friendship is important. you know Value your friendships. The fifth is, comparison is the thief of joy. Comparison is the thief of joy. I think that we don't have to compare ourselves with our life with the lives of the other people. If at all we are seen doing that, what will be the automatic outcome? The automatical and the unstoppable outcome will be that all the happiness will be gone. So we don't have to compare ourselves with the life of anyone else at all. We don't have to compare ourselves. And the sixth is life isn't always fair. So life isn't always fair indeed. So we need to understand it that the life is not always fair. Sometimes it is unfair, and maybe in certain societies it is unfair as a whole. So for that purpose we need to be ready for that. We need to become ready for it for on the one hand, and then we need to move on. Then we need to develop the strategy. How can I survive in a society which is unfair? The life is not always fair. The life isn't always fair. The seventh is gratitude is essential. Okay, the gratitude is the key to happiness indeed. If at all somebody is not grateful, she can never become a happy person at all. So why? Why? How it works? Because whatever we don't have, we don't need to criticize or complain at all. As for the criticism, as for the complaints are concerned, so these are the very antonym, the very opposite of the gratitude. So we need to develop the gratitude for whatever we have been enjoying, for whatever we have been using, for whatever we have been gifted and granted with by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, whatever the people around us, particularly our parents, whatever they have done and whatever they are doing, we need to become grateful to them. And we need to become grateful to all the people who have done even a small favor to us. Although it doesn't mean that we should become a gullible person or a credulous person, we don't need to be one, but we need to develop the gratitude. You know, attitude of gratitude. Gratitude is essential. Number 8, you are the only person who can change your life. We do have to accept this fact. This is the biggest reality as well. No one else can change our life at all, but we ourselves can. We can seek the motivation from the other people. We can get the training. We can get the guidance from the other people. We can even sometimes seek the help of other people if at all they are ready to guide, ready to motivate, ready to train, and ready to provide us with any sort of help. But as for the primary role is concerned, the primary role is obviously, of the primary role is that of ourselves, and no one else can do that at all. We must be prepared for that. you know you are the only person who can change your life. Number 9, happiness is the choice. Happiness is the choice. We mean it's not like, yeah, the more things we do have, the more money we do have, the more happy we will automatically become. It's absolutely wrong. It is absolutely wrong that the more influential, the more famous I do become, automatically I will become a happy person. It's absolutely wrong. Sometimes it is seen, rather, it is often seen that the rich and famous are unhappy. They might not be happy, but a person who is neither rich and nor famous might be a happy person. So we must be ready for that. And the happiness is a choice. We do have to make a conscious choice that I want to lead a happy life, and then I have to arrange everything else according to that. I have to decide that I have to live a happy life, and after that I have to make the decision accordingly. I have to make the life choices accordingly. I have to arrange my life accordingly. Happiness is a choice. Number 10 is you cannot change people. Yes, again, I cannot change people. Like the other people cannot change us, we cannot change them as well. So we have to also accept this thing. If at all somebody is not on the right path, I think that we should try to persuade them, try to motivate them, try to train them, try to provide them with the proof. But that is all what we can. We cannot change the life of other people at all. If at all they are not on the right path, if at all they are doing the bad thing, I think that we cannot change their life. Although we should try to do that, and trying to do that, it actually means leadership. We will be developing the traits of the leadership once we are trying to motivate and to persuade the other people for choosing the right path. We cannot change, you cannot change the people. 11th is being rich isn't always about money. Money is important, but is it the only important thing? Is it the only wealth? Not at all, not at all. If at all a person is healthy, I think it is the biggest ever wealth. And then if at all somebody looks good, somebody talks well, somebody walks well, somebody have good friendship, somebody have good family, etc., etc. So there are plenty and plenty of things which will be called wealth. So wealth is not always the money, and the lost is, the lost and the twelfth is let go of whatever doesn't serve you, whatever does not contribute for the betterment of your life. It should be abandoned. It should be left. It should be taken out of the life because it is a mere wastage of the time. So let go of whatever doesn't serve you. We people, many of us, most of us maybe, we are carrying on certain habits. Now these certain habits does not serve us at all. These certain habits are actually bad for us. These are not good for us at all. These are actually, these are not benefiting us at all. Rather these are hurting us. If this be the case, I think we need to let go of these things, the which does not serve us. So these are the 12 life lessons. We don't have to learn the hard way. We can learn it the easy way. But as far its benefits are concerned, as far as usefulness is concerned, it is great in that context. Thank you. Jazakallah.